So who are some big name sneakerheads that you know, run into in the shop that have came through and shop with FCS?
The sneakerheads, man, you gotta love it because you interact with so many of them at the events and at the shop, and you know, we're personally friends, so it goes hand in hand. I got into the sneaker game because of one of my close family friends called Puneet, So Supreme, he goes by. Retarded amount of PEs, player editions. He's the reason I got into the sneaker game. He's not currently out the sneaker game, but he's doing something else. But he comes to the shop occasionally. He'll bring me like a Mike Bibby PE or a Ray Allen. It's pretty dope. We always chop it up with Clark Kent, obviously being one of the greatest sneakerheads out there, man. His collect is outstanding. Mayor, you know, we speak to him all the time. He's a cool dude, humble. He's doing his thing. We also have my man T. Marcus right around the way. He comes through. He has some crazy, crazy sneakers. There's one particular sneakerhead who's really back end with it. His name is Mike. He owns a clothing brand. He doesn't really like to be out there a lot, but bro, when I mean his sneaker collect is real, it's crazy. Like, I remember he invited me over and we walked into a room and he's like, nah, just go through what you like and just let me know what you like. I'll work with you with the price. Yeah. Man, I could have spent a year in that closet, bro. It was amazing, from stuff that's never gonna be retro to one-of-ones to, bro, like customs to, you know, factory pairs that would never be released. Okay. And he had this particular Yeezy Dunk with the mesh, with the symbol on the tongue, man. He wasn't coming off those two, but if I see you, Mike, I need those.
So who else, you know, have you know, shopped in
Oh yeah, celebrity-wise, man, we're constantly, Wilson Chandler's a big sneakerhead. You know, we're constantly in touch with him. He's really cool dude. You know, obviously being on the team with Nate Robinson, you have one of the two biggest sneakerheads on the same team, so that's pretty cool. You know, we have my man Chinks from Coke Boys comes by. He's not really into the sneaker thing heavy, but he gets what he likes, you know what I mean? He's like, nah, hold me a pair, I'm on my way. So that's pretty cool with him. You know, we got the cats from Slow Bucks, Queens. We're based in Queens. They come through, show love all the time. That's pretty cool. Prodigy from Mobb Deep, he's an old school sneakerhead. You know, he likes his old school stuff, okay. The high top Air Forces and shorted Adidas, the shells, which is really cool, you know what I mean? We had Sean Kingston came through. You know, he's a West Coast, so it's like his swag is a little different than New York. You know, you'll see, it varies a lot with place to place, you know, what you like. So we had Lil Durk come in here, and Durk's from Chicago, obviously, and then he's more, you know, he liked the Air Forces, and he wouldn't want to, he's like, I was like, yo, a pair of J's, and he was not really a big J's dude. Air Force high tops and, you know, what they like, what you like, that's what a lot of these people get, you know what I mean, what they like. So that's a pretty cool thing about them, you know what I mean?
Name the biggest, you know, NYC sneakerhead in the you know, hip-hop industry.
In the hip-hop industry. Man, sneakerhead, really? That knows about sneakers and you could really talk to, man, Jadakiss, man. That dude is old school dude, you know, OG in the game. So he got stuff for years that you haven't even seen. And then he's a dude that would double, triple up on sneakers, bro. He really goes out his way. Jada's a funny dude, man, good dude, and you could really have a conversation with him in sneakers, you know, he knows the stuff. A lot of upcoming sneakerheads that are artists, or I'm not gonna say no names, but they call random things, you know what I mean? Like, I call this, and this. Like, this is what the sneaker is, and you could really, cool dude, and bro, sneaker collectors, different level, you know what I mean? Right. And a lot of respect out there for Jadakiss, D-Block.
Okay, people. So broaden, you know, the spectrum, and we're just talking about in the industry as a whole. Sneakerheads and hip-hop, who would you say is the top tier?
Sneaker and hip-hop. You got to throw Clark Kent in the mix, because I knew Clark Kent for music before I even knew him for sneakers, to be honest, you know what I mean? That's one dude that you can't forget about, and he's from, you know, personally friends with him, so it's pretty cool. Jadakiss, like I mentioned, you know, you can't forget. Wale, you know, you guys interviewed him multiple times. He's a great dude that's in the sneaker game heavy, you know, that you can't forget. you will be surprised. Nelly hasn't fell off. He's still in the sneaker thing heavy, back end of it, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people that are getting on it that are just like not old sneakerheads, you know, that are getting into the sneaker game, that like random stuff. Like I said, it varies so much from state to state. You know, you got Chris Brown, West Coast. He likes so many, he like Vans, Jordans, everything. So it's like so different what they want, what they get, what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another thing. You got my man Joel's who loves sneakers, but you know he loves his red J's. He's got to have them all. Nav, I got to have them all. From the Motorboat Jones to the Ferrari. He loves his red sneakers. He got a fire collect too. Obviously, you know, your man, he's not a hip hop influenced, but Victor Cruz has a dope collect. You know, everybody, the sneaker culture has grown drastically, man. You can't forget Fat Joe when you talk about sneakers, you know what I mean? It's another guy whose collection that is tremendous, you know. You could spend hours in his closet. So just in general, sneaker culture is cool right now, and obviously the athletes and the rap artists that have the money to buy sneakers, they become anything they want, you know?
Yeah.
Get whatever they want. So that's good on their end, you know what I mean? But you have a lot of street sneakerheads that don't come up because they love what they do. They don't even have social media, bro. The real sneakerheads don't even mess with putting up pictures. They'll just be quiet on the scene with it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned throughout the years of the sneakerheads, where there's people that just could have the money and the affordability to buy any sneaker, and you have the real sneakerheads that pick and choose and are quiet, that are back end, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool, man. I like that you know, we get a lot of those kind of people in here who be rocking stuff that I've seen one time or two times, and they're rocking it on a regular day basis, like sneakers, you know what I mean? So that's pretty dope, man. I love that about the sneaker game, that there's two ends to it, you know?
Yeah.
There's the real sneakerheads and there's sneakerheads for show, you know what I mean?
True, true.
So, you know, and that's what's beautiful about the game. The real sneakerheads value what they have, and they're not really crazy about it. You know, it's a pair of sneakers to them. They wear them, they rock them, they mess them up, and that's just how it is, you know, at the moment.